So, hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm giving a book review of Who Moved My Cheese, and I haven't ever given book review in my entire life. So I'm just trying my best to give the book review of that Who Moved My Cheese book, and it is small, contains 96 pages, and I have read in a day, and it will not take your time to just to look over through it. And it basically suggests that change is necessary in order to adapt in the situation that are changing tremendously. And okay, and in I like the in the story begins in this way that there with the colleagues, just like us, just colleagues there with the colleagues who is spending who have who have who have study who have study who have study who have study in the class. And after several years, there's this union in one of the restaurant in just to say it, what they are doing and what their professional is and what they are best at. And just they start conversing, just finding and just laughing with each other's says, okay, that's all. And one of the man called, I don't know what the exactly name was. Just let suppose that was the name, that was the man name from Marcel. Let's give the name of Yum. He says that I would like to tell you the story about the two mice and two little. And he started the story like this way. There were two mice named Sniff and Scurry, and there were two little peoples, Haw and Hem. Haw and Hem. And the two mice, just they were live, and these two little peoples and the two mice were very small in size. They barely notice what they are doing, what they are pursuing, and what they are trying to do, and just and trying to do. and mm, and all the and two peoples and the two mice were left in the cheese station yan to move to find their cheese. And two mice who kept the self belongingness in their own the manageable way, where two little people say that the cheese in Yanni station is enough for our entire life, and we should not do any hard work in our entire life. And the two mices and two mice just do not stay there and find the new cheese stations, find the new station and explore the things and explore the natures, explore the worlds, and just go to the cheese station, differently. And that's all. And the two little peoples, and when the two little people notice that there is a slightly decrease in the cheese, and they thought that someone will put the cheese against and we will enjoy that. But one of the people noticed him, who was how but it's not right to stay here anymore. If we are complete of the series, we should move to another. But is we mentioned that the friend circle matters to all of us. And he stays with him. We stayed with him in home in and decided to stay there for the lifelong. And when the two peoples are run out of the cheese, and no longer any cheese, and no longer cheese has there. So how was in the journey to find the new cheese, but him who was just staying in the cheese station yan, and was thinking of someone who will fill the cheese, and we will and just consume the cheese and just enjoy the life happily. But how and how begins the journey, despite the fact that him him was trying to convince to stay with her, with with him continue who confronts that there is no meaning to stay in this in this life, in this fucking pieces, in the fucking cheeseless station, and just stay there. And how the journey wrote some letters that just motivates, fires me up. That the fear you let up build in the fear you let build up in your mind is worse than the situation that really exists, that actually exists. And that gives me the fire up, and that gives me the fire up. And he says, what will you do if you were not afraid? I want to ask you guys some questions. What will you do if you were not afraid, if you were not just judging, if you were not just complaining to other people's what you wanted to do or something that. And and he wrote some there's the earlier you live the old cheese, the earlier you get the new cheese. And he moved with the strategy that hoping and thinking that something will goes good in the life after leaving the cheese ways. And he wrote another line that the quicker the quicker you let the quicker the quicker you find the difficult, the quicker you need to adapt. The quicker you find the difficult, the quicker you need to adapt. And this is the one, and this is the one best line that he wrote. And and how was on the source of the journey to the new cheese. And he finally found some cheese station A where Sniff and Scurry had already been there. Sniff was the mouse who sniffed the chains in the alley before the changing occurs. And Scurry was the type of the mouse who was the type of the man who take direct action after the change has been placed, after the change has been adopted, after the change has been taken. And in her was the in her was the like of the type of the persons who wanted to, who have urge to do different. But um, due to the friend circle, due to the zones of the hymns, he could not escape the zone, he could not escape the comfortable zones. But later on he decided, later on the people's him just found out the new cheese and enjoy the cheese. And the story stops here. In the story going to the reunion restaurant, where all the people were gathered, and and the person I mentioned, Yum, just stop the story, and all the peoples try to analyze the story that has been told. And just they implement theirs. They implement the moral of the story that has been told by Yum. And they implement that they get good results in the life and get good opportunities in the life. And just they change over the period of times, and that's all change with the time. Bye bye.